What's going on, everybody? FJC here, back with another finals video, and today we're going to be talking about the finals latest update 2.1.0, and I'm going to be talking about all the changes that happened in this update and whether or not it actually impacted the game. I want to start by talking about the two most important changes that happened in this update, in my opinion, and that would be the SA-1216 or heavy shotgun nerf, as well as the glitch grenade and trap buff. We start out with the SA-12's fire rate being reduced from 230 to 200 RPM, and the damage per pellet decreased from 7 to 6. Now, the changes to the SA-12 are definitely very noticeable. In terms of the amount of shots or bullets that it takes to kill an enemy, it still takes 2 shots to kill a light, 4 shots to kill a medium, but it now takes 5 shots to kill a heavy. The damage change was definitely needed and has helped the gun become less overpowered, but when you'll really notice the difference is the 30 rounds per minute change. The weapon definitely shoots a lot slower, and it's noticeable the second you pick it up for the first time. And I've noticed at ranges as little as 10 meters now, the time to kill has definitely increased, taking an extra bullet per the numbers that I gave you before. So for example, at 10 meters, it takes 3 shots to kill a light, 5 shots to kill a medium, and 6 shots to kill a heavy. Now, personally, I'm super happy that they finally went ahead and made some changes to this gun, as it was completely broken. And I definitely think this was a great step in the right direction to make the game more balanced for everyone. Next, we move on to the gadgets, which we're going to be talking about the glitch grenades and the glitch traps. And the changes that were made in regards to these two gadgets, I've been asking for since I've seen the glitch grenade and trap in the game. The main change for both of these gadgets is they will now explode or trigger on impact. And when it comes to the glitch grenade specifically, if you throw it on any surface other than a mesh shield or a dome shield, it won't explode on impact. Now, me personally, like I said earlier in the video, I'm a super big fan of this change. Prior to this change, the amount of times that I died because a heavy was holding his mesh up and I would have to run out and throw a glitch grenade and the medium would be shooting behind it and it would take a couple of seconds to trigger would actually cause me to die more often than not. Or it would directly hit the heavy's mesh shield and bounce in a complete opposite direction far enough away to where it won't affect the team at all. So I'm super happy about this change because I can confidently throw a glitch grenade at a heavy's mesh shield and I know for a fact that it's going to go down. So those were the two most important changes in this update, in my opinion. Now we're moving on to the rest of the changes that were made in this update, and we're going to start out with the bug fixes and additions. We start out with the private matches, and players can now select the map when starting a private match, which is a great change in my opinion. Players will also no longer be stuck in the trying to join the game server after leaving a private lobby. They fixed an issue where party members with different crossplay settings could be unable to leave private match lobbies. And they've also gone ahead and fixed a bug where players could bypass the crossplay on requirement for private matches, which resulted in a soft lock. For you console players out there, they really only made one change, and that was a crash fix for an audio related crash. So if you guys were experiencing that problem on console, hopefully that's fixed for you now. The next set of changes are specific to the power shift game mode. On Monaco, they fixed jump pads clipping into the streets on low, medium, and high settings. They've added a short zip line to the closed alleyway next to the cathedral or the church to make traversal smoother. And they've also polished placement and orientation of spawn points. On Skyway, they went ahead and added a jump pad outside the construction spawn area, and they've also tweaked spawns to sit less close to the edges. And lastly, a general change to the power shift mode. They fixed objective count score in the summary screen. Next, we're moving on to the map changes, and I still don't know how to pronounce this map, whether it's Sys $Horizon or just Sys Horizon, so we're just going to call it Horizon for now. But they've gone ahead and done some performance and polishing to Horizon. They've adjusted the collision on the ceiling blocker to prevent players from getting stuck above the library when using the gateway gadget on Horizon, which I didn't know was an issue personally. They've also gone ahead and moved a spawn location in the corner of Monaco near hotels that was creating imbalanced scenarios in some game modes. They've fixed incorrect destruction effects on trees in Horizon, fixed missing destruction effects on concrete fences in Seoul, and fixed missing destruction effects in multiple assets in the tutorial. Continuing on, we're moving on to weapon and gadget changes. We start out with a bug being fixed with inconsistent damage when multiple explosives were triggered at the same time by C4s and breaching charges, as opposed to multiplied melee damage, which I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, I got no clue what this means. The first half makes sense, but the second they started talking about melee damage, I got confused. So if you guys can answer me in the comment section down below and tell me what this means, that'd be greatly appreciated. But they've also gone ahead and fixed an issue that made recoil on burst weapons not behave as intended intended. They fixed gateway ammo not being properly refunded when being thrown into an APS, fixed hovering objects after transmutation, blocked transmutation on friendly carryables, improved zipline behavior to better match the intended exit and direction of the player, improved the dematerializer ability to dematerialize/rematerialize objects when multiple objects are close to each other, and they removed the ability to equip the mesh shield during the defib revive, which was a change that needed to happen because defibbing somebody, they should not be able to pop their specialization as they're coming up in the hologram. But something important to note is that every other specialization that I've played with personally works still. That's including the charge and slam and the invis for the light. But the mesh shield was definitely the most broken one and one that created the biggest advantage. Embark also made some minor changes to art that includes updating the shoulder length hairstyles to avoid clipping, and a pretty big one which I didn't even know was an issue was they fixed the oversized ORF sweater to prevent the sleeves from blocking ADS, which is actually a pretty big thing. One of the last sections we're going to talk about today are changes to the UI, and they start out with social syncs not being excluded if a user is already logged in. They also fixed a bug that would cause carryable objects to weigh more if they had an active ping marker attached to them, which is a huge change. They fixed incorrect text on certain contracts, and they fixed overflowing text in item tutorial videos, which isn't the biggest change. The last two sections for changes are really small and brief, so I'm only going to go over them quickly. There were two changes made to audio. They fixed seek to start time not working, and they also corrected the audio for the season vignette. And for security, they've gone ahead and improved prevention and detection again, and then they've added a ban progression with a 3-strike system, which I'm very curious on what this entails. So if you guys have any clues or ideas, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, that's everything for the update 2.1.0 changes and patch notes. Let me know how you guys feel about the SA12 nerf. I am definitely in favor for it, of course, but I do think there still needs to be steps in the right direction when it comes to the heavy class. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Much love.